All right, guys, so, again, I know I've elaborated on this tons of times throughout this, book, but I'm not a strength coach. I don't have any certificates that tell me that I'm, I know what I'm talking about when it comes to strength and training and all that stuff. But I do want to express some things from the recovery standpoint that, for me personally, have done wonders throughout my career. It's a routine that, I established when I was in my younger 20s and kind of just stuck to it throughout. So literally, it doesn't have to be over complicated. Honestly, there's a routine that I have in place for if I don't have any gear with me, and you'll see throughout this process that I'm about to show you, it's just really simple. You can incorporate, different tools. You see a lot of tools that I have here, but at the end of the day, it's about whatever allows you to recover the best. And I always kind of say, like, something is essentially better than absolutely nothing, right? So what I mean by that, just to kind of go into detail, is that you see a lot of kids that they get done throwing and they think their day is over, right? So they get done throwing and they go sit on a couch, and again, that's like the worst thing for you. I think, a really good routine that a lot of people don't talk about is, like, when you get done throwing, just go for like a 20-minute walk. Like, it doesn't have to be a jog, it doesn't have to run poles, just like a 20-minute walk. Low intensity stuff like that is really good for you. Again, personal experience, but I've always done some variation when it comes to stuff that when I'm done throwing, some variation of IYTs or TYIs, however you want to word it, but IYT, whether it be standing, like with this little band here, you can just kind of put it over your foot. I know a lot of kids these days have like J bands. That's a great band to use for this as well, because you can wrap it around your wrist cuff, so you don't have to actively, grip that band. So again, here, I'm just going, I'd say that's like a IYT. I like to do about 8 reps, 3 sets. Another variation of the IYT you can do is on your stomach here, head facing down, hold for 10. Same thing for the Y's, hold for 10. Same thing for the T's, hold for 10. Now, you want to keep your feet on the ground for those. Only thing that's raising is here. Make sure you're checking your neck posture. You don't want to go like this. And another big thing is you want to engage the scaps. You don't want to turn on these traps with anything you do. Traps are going to want to take over for everything that you're doing from an arm care standpoint. Just make sure you're really setting those down and actively engaging those scaps. Again, right, when we throw a baseball, we want to pull down that scap and throw it and launch that scap. So we need to make sure, again, I'm not a strength coach, but we need to make sure that those are strong. So big staple in my recovery is the YTIs. Any variation, even when I was younger, I was probably like 12 years old, probably younger than that. My dad told me to do the 5-pound dumbbell exercises, and it was literally IYTs, and then some sort of like putting the sword in the socket here, over here, which is the 5-pound. I tell a lot of youth kids, even, a lot of parents want to know, hey, what age can my kids start doing, X, Y, and Z or whatever? And it's like, yo, I don't have any problem with getting your kid a 3-pound dumbbell and just, 4 times a week before bed. That's kind of what I did, just, in your room. Okay, here it is, 8 reps, IYTs, and then in here, you can even get fancy and throw some dumbbell external rotations in. But again, going back to the post-throw routine that I'll pretty much do after every throwing session. You saw the IYTs, the J-bands, even going through a J-band series linked up against a chain link fence. That's perfect. But another one is like a really slow, controlled 10-second eccentric push-up and then up. So we get in that push-up position, we're engaging our trunk, flexing our butt, and then we're just counting down 10 seconds as we go down. And then once we get to the ground, 10 seconds is up, boom, press up. So, I do about 5 reps of that, 2 sets, and just try to find a way to work it in between all of the other stuff. But again, that's kind of my routine. Maybe, you can pick and choose stuff that you see works really well for you, and maybe there's some stuff in there that doesn't do anything for you, so just throw it out the window.